Welcome back to another Bro League Overwatch match. Tonight we got a good one coming in for you. This is the second in our double header. You got myself here running cams, old Edak, in the box with me tonight. We got Tosferatu and Kyad. Welcome in.
What's up?
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Let's take a look at who we're running up against tonight. Who's going to be playing, and kind of see what all this is about. Let's hear from you guys. What are y'all thinking?
So, I think Smart Money is on Monke anytime they're in a fight. I think they're a super dominant team. But Raging Dropouts, week after week, continues to impress me with how much better they are getting. And any day now, Raging Dropouts, at the rate they are going, is set to be the best team in this league by far.
I have to agree with that. I mean, Raging Dropouts has just had the largest increase of performance. I just thought that the performance has been solid week after week. Madman on that Ramatra just really tearing it up. Their support line getting better and better. Their DPS line getting better and better. I mean, I wouldn't want to count them out here tonight against a team as strong as Monke, but I don't want to count them out either because Monke is headed by the great Ben, who we were just casting with, and he's a solid player and a very, very smart captain. So I think it's anyone's game tonight, actually.
Yeah, we saw this last season with Raging Dropouts too. Madman really takes the role to heart that he is assigned on his team. He was DPS last season. He is tank this season, and it was the same thing for him last season, night and day, just improvements. And then Beelzebub also fine-tuned throughout all of last season, just got better and better and tighter on his Ana. He's doing the same with his Junkrat, his Reaper. He's branching out a little bit. I've seen him play some Ashe and stuff, so curious to see what he brings today.
Definitely. I guess we can move on to the team view if we would like to, and just look at the stats of the players. We'll start with Monke here. The stats here, representative of what they are like. Excited to see coming out from the sport line, Cat and Jotaro, just both very, very strong players here. Jotaro, I believe, heading up some of the highest assists and lowest deaths in the entire league. As to be expected, though.
Jotaro's EAD is unparalleled right now because he has such high in both. Nobody else is. People have his stats in either, but he's got upwards of the best numbers on both ends. So.
It's to be expected from someone as, I don't know the right phrase for it, but he is extremely just good at all his heroes. He understands the game at a very high level, and he works that into his team, telling them how to play. But I don't want to, let him overshadow his entire team here. Triple Dash has been super impressive this season. T has been super impressive this season. Caleb has also been great this season.
Caleb, another one of the season's most improved. Caleb has come a long way from when he first signed up, and he's definitely pulling his weight. C4T was probably the stealth best pick from his tier. I didn't really know much about him, but he's performing extremely well. And yeah, Triple Dash, he can tank up there with the best of them on the best of his days.
Definitely. So we'll swap over here to Raging Dropouts, and we'll take a look at their roster and their stats here. We mentioned them a little
T out. He's also doing very well in defense.
T Sojourn is unparalleled, in my opinion. I don't want to leave him shadowed. He's amazing there. But we'll look on to the side of Raging Dropouts. So looking at Raging Dropouts, as we said earlier, they've improved a ton, and they've just been great. Beelzebub switching on to the DPS role from the original tank role, letting Madman head up the Ramatra, being a really, really strong, heavy DPS, having that Reaper playing very close, playing well off his tank. Shinigami and Teal have been really great supports, being able to hold that sustain, use their utility effectively. And Yummy actually swapping away from the Pharah, going closer to the Soldier, the hit scan role, being pretty impressive on that as well, being able to kind of play on his own, using his heal pad, his helix, and, just being impressive with his visor.
All right, I think we can move on to what is the next, the map bans here?
Yep, for sure.
So game one, surprising no one, King's Row. This is definitely the map I think everyone likes. I think we're not going to see a lot of the others just because they're in the same category as it.
Definitely. King's Row, big brawl map, very, very strong with Orion Heart. The hammer potential is unparalleled, just really strong. We might see Ryan Mirror, but if we see the Ramatra is strong as well, considering he I don't want to say he counters Ryan. He just is a very solid matchup against Ryan, being able to play both poke and brawl, and not being stopped by that shield for anything other than his ultimate. So I think it will be a very close game between the two tanks. I think it's really going to come down to how the DPS position, how the supports decide to use their utility during the first choke and during the middle section, which I often see be the most confusing and complicated part of the map. So I'm interested to see how this turns out.
Yeah, I think the easiest way to play Ryan into Ramatra is definitely to have everyone else using their cooldowns exclusively when his Nemesis, or is it Nemesis, his alt form? Is that what it's called?
Nemesis is a shift.
When his Nemesis is active, because I mean that's the only moment that Ramatra can really do anything against Ryan. Other than that, he can outrange him, but if Ryan can close that gap when he doesn't have that form up, he can pretty much just run him over.
Definitely, and Brian having that shield is able to kind of counter Annihilation as long as his team is able to back out of the fight. So I think it's going to be a very, very close match here. I don't think there's going to be any real counter picks, but we'll see how the teams decide to play their comps tonight. We're ready to go after a quick word from our sponsors.
Yeah, I think we've talked enough here. Let's get that rolling. Edak, you want to say the phrase?
Yeah. Make sure you use code BROLEAGUE for 10% off your next purchase of Rogue. See you on the other side.
Welcome back, everyone. We'll be starting on the King's Row map now. I believe it is, it's Monke on defense and Raging Dropouts on offense here. I'm not sure how they're going to set up here. We always have to wait this awkward 20 seconds before we get to see the comps. So
yeah, I wonder if we can expedite this a little bit just for the sake of the stream.
Yeah, I mean,
look into.
Definitely. I mean, not much to say in between that time. But hey, we might be seeing a bit of more of a rush style here if we want to go through, maybe a rotate. I'm excited to see how these teams approach this map, as I see a lot of people sit in the choke and not really look for the other routes. You can go through theater and then take high ground. There's a lot you can do here that I just feel people kind of tunnel vision on the choke. But we'll see how the team wants to do this. We'll be seeing Madman come on at Ramatra here, and we'll see Jotaro's on tank today, actually. This will be very interesting. I didn't expect this at all.
Yeah, Jotaro swapping over to the Rhine.
Yeah,
I mean this is who you expect to see, but you know if you do your research against Raging Dropouts, you know they're probably running Ram. But I think with the backup from the Reaper, if he stays the main fight, this Ram could still have a big problem against this Rhine.
Oh, definitely.
T may be in bad position, gets away just because that dash is so good. Caleb does not see the same luck, and T does go down too. This could be quick. Jotaro gets slept. Cleanse, though. Might back down Beelzebub. Nope, doesn't. Has to regroup with the team. Purple, they're in his face. Jotaro's going down.
That was a
And
very
Triple Dash
dominant
is gonna
showing.
follow.
That was a very dominant showing there from Raging Dropouts. Well done there, catching Caleb out of position there, capitalizing on it, going forward, and then just completely CCing Jotaro down. Very well done by Raging Dropouts.
Yep, and Jotaro does swap to Ramatra right away. Does not feel like dealing with that disadvantage while Nemesis is up. He goes straight in. He can pick Yummy there, that's big, but his back is exposed the whole time. Good smart thing, backing out.
Beelzebub T-piece in, actually. Looking to catch T off guard. Actually gets the pick there. Madman following up very quickly.
Does work. 2 go down. Caleb out of position. Beelzebub right on his ass. And he goes down too. Again, the support's forced to try to run away. Sleep comes out from C4T just a second early. But it looks like they will get out of there.
It looks like they're waiting for Madman to come back and take up the space a little farther. Trying to, just occupy as much space as possible is key here to try and take this point on King's Row.
Yeah, B does a great job holding that upper space so they can't get flanked here. And yeah, now they're cordoned into this one little section. Jotaro purple, nope. Gets cleansed. Teleporting to the back again. The tree is going to buy him the space they need here. Oh, but Madman goes down. Beelzebub gets flipped. T goes down though. Beelzebub just on the ground. Oh, he will die. And the cleanse onto Jotaro could be big. Yeah, they're forced to back up.
That was a really good anti there by Cat. Just being able to stop the Ramatra from getting the support he needed to stay alive during that Nemesis form.
Yeah, I agree. Just melting him right away like that is exactly what you need to see if he's coming at you. Jotaro pressuring out the left side while Caleb holds this right. Not a bad idea.
And we see Shinigami here trying to, react to the anti-nades from Cat. Having the Suzu now in their back pocket, it makes the anti-nade a little less scary for the Ramatra and for the other players.
Great B once again. Not the back line. Oh, great anti from C4T. But Caleb cleans it up. Or Angela cleans it up. Yeah, that's going to be a successful push. Or nope. They're attacking a successful defense.
And with Annihilation and Nano still in their back pocket, it's really hard here for Raging Dropouts to really make a push because Nano Annihilation is just super oppressive, having that much space and that much damage.
B not messing around for even a second. This should be enough to wipe Jotaro here. Oh, he gets nanoed. The B goes down. So does Yummy.
As I said earlier, Nano Annihilation is just extremely oppressive. Not really able to burn that Ramatra down with that Nano and just making so much space by, having that 20 meter radius of just damage output.
Yeah, I want to say it's 27 if truly don't leave their sight for a second.
Nano goes out onto Shinigami here. That kunai damage must be huge.
The kunai damage would be huge. Doesn't quite last long enough for them to see anything with it. Yummy on the flank, just opening up a broader angle.
Caleb gets picked by Madman.
Oh, but T trying to pop off against the back line here. Isolates the supports from the front line. Finds one. But the fight on the front's still going decently. Oh, I say that, Madman gets antied. He does get away. If he can get some more health, he can ult here. But he will not get the opportunity.
Overall, though, Raging Dropouts does have the ult economy, and they will be able to come back next fight with 4 ultimates.
True, yeah, they need to use one of those, like, the second they regroup. Especially if T's going to be forward like this. I mean, he probably has his escape. No, it's not up yet.
This ends now.
Oh, there we go. You're going to engage.
We see
Yummy's ult, and they find one. But he goes down for it. The counter. That'll fuck up the Mercy. Oh no, Jotaro found his TB. For T finds Beelzebub. Gotta give Madman some respect for trying it. He tried to make something happen. He's still alive for it.
Breaking them down. 60 seconds. Rails unpowered and ready to fight.
He does go down. These antis are really what's deciding these fights.
Definitely, and also I definitely thought it was Shinigami's Kasune there, but it actually was Triple Dashes. So I was a little confused for a moment, but then I finally figured it out. I'm not bad there.
Oh, that's going to be the picks they need. He does a great job wiping them. Madman obviously there with the follow-up. They should find Triple Dash here. Yeah, and this will be a team wipe. Now they got a long way to push it. And 23 seconds to do so. Let's see how much ground. Madman wants to take the ground. Beelzebub playing back. I feel like if he TP's up top, he does have ult. He can get behind him, and there he goes.
10 seconds.
If Madman takes advantage of all this space here, he can just withhold it from the enemy team and keep them from pushing up. But it looks like they'll be trying to have even space here, just pick up to pick up the card.
Oh, they know Beelzebub's up there. He tries it. He finds one. Jotaro goes down 2. Caleb tries to answer. Does not find anyone. Oh, and Yummy, so lucky everyone's dead right now, and Beelzebub has that space. He's just going in. He finds the Ana. And that's a big stagger. The 3 had just spawned. Now the Reapers are really the only people who can contest the high ground. Obviously the Kirikos can follow, but that is kind of an important detail.
For sure here. I mean, the Sojourns can look at the high ground, but they might want to hold the space where T is, having full sightline of everyone.
He gets some great positioning. And does find Yummy does go down. They're going to try to back out of here. I think Beelzebub will get caught. No, the TP comes out, and he's safe. Madman in trouble still. Duking it out. Does manage to get out of there. But he's still super low. Oh, Beelzebub gets picked.
Oh,
yeah, and that might be it. They're not going to have time to regroup fully here and get the point. Caleb pushed up extremely far. If they can find a pick here on T. T in the back, shooting at TB.
Madman though pushing forward, just not fearing it, trying to touch the card here to get us into OT.
And T dies in the back. Okay, this could be big. Jotaro finishes off the 2 people on point. If Beelzebub can come up behind and kill him, which he does, they could definitely still hold this. This is going to be tough for just these 3.
Madman swapping off here to Hammond here, trying to get close.
Yeah, I was going to say I'd like to see a little bit more movement. They're just hanging out in that AoE. They have no choice because the card's there. Beelzebub finds one. Can he get Jotaro? They can knock him off. He's in a weird position. But are they going to? No, he goes down. T4T has to contest. Can't quite get in there. Great first round from Raging Dropouts. Really solid defense from Monke as well. But just snuck right out from underneath him on both the second and third point.
Very impressed there with the Ramatra Ditto. I thought it was really, really interesting to watch. And not only that, I mean, amazing by Madman there to just see, I need to go forward. I have my Mercy with me. It's do or die.
Yeah, it extremely paid off. And it's really fun to see, like, when the ult comes out from the other Ramatra. You know, it's like the second that the enemy's nemesis expires, Jotaro popped his. And it's a weird dynamic to see. It's not one I fully understand myself, so it's definitely something I like watching how it plays out at the very least.
Definitely. I mean, I just thought it was like, I thought B there was incredible, just looking for the Ramatra's back there. Understanding I'm going to take a bit of damage from the field, but if I can pop the Ramatra down, my tank can come back on Wrecking Ball, and then we have a very high chance of capping, and they do end up capping there.
I agree, and I mean, you know, he can obviously sustain himself through that ult with the healing if he's landing all the pellets.
For sure. Here we're going to be seeing though Jotaro back on the Reinhardt here, maybe trying to get that tempo for himself. You know, the really fast Reinhardt on offense. And Madman sticking with the Ramatra pick.
So what they did last time was they went through Hotel here, which might not be what they're doing this time with Jotaro on the right here. Or he could just be debating. He could charge across again. Nope, he's going straight in. Beelzebub a little overextended, yet does go down. Tries to contest, but the shield is really well managed on the side of Jotaro.
I mean, we see Comfit come out from the side of Raging Dropouts here, just trying to keep pressure, trying to buy time for B to come back, you know, giving them a little bit of space, but at the same time, maintaining the pressure. Jotaro pins in here, but Nemesis Form comes out from Madman, all converging onto the Reinhardt. Reinhardt falls here.
Jotaro incredibly aggressive, and I mean, I love to see it. And almost, I mean, they almost get that tick. Another 2 seconds and they're in there.
But D's in the backline. Sojourn in the backline, very scary here.
Yeah, this is going to be a big stagger for them. Their tank didn't quite make it back yet, I don't think. No, but here he is.
But man,
I mean, this is still a scrappy fight. They could still come out on top. No real reason to leave just yet. It's all going to depend on what this Bastion can do. Does find one. And Monke is forced to retreat because of it. Caleb might go down. Yeah, he does.
Madman here has been really popping off on the Ramatra right here, getting a ton of picks, just really sustaining with his Nemesis form. Very well and good, like really good usage of the timing of the Nemesis.
Yeah, it's tough against the Monke because you know he can come and go whenever he pleases. So you gotta decide, like, do I use it to pressure him out? Do I use it to go on the back line when he's away? It definitely forces you to play at a higher level. Oh, triple dash, super low. Does not go down.
Annihilation picking up Caleb there. Deal Bonanza falls. Even fight.
Okay. Oh, man gets slept. Oh, Beelzebub's ult's gonna do it. C4T has 1 health. Yeah, but this Monke is just in the back line. Not much Yummy could do there. He might go down. We'll see. Kiriko also low. Oh, Reaper in his face. He's not going to like that. Yep, he leaves. Man tries to catch him on the way out, but to no avail. And T getting really aggressive. Going to take this long angle. Great cleanse. Those guys were so far apart. That had to be perfectly placed. And yeah, this should be it. T's going to come in here and wrap up all the squishies. And despite Mathman's best efforts. T might fall here, though.
60 seconds.
Yeah, I mean... Oh, no, that's it. With Madman down, there's not much Yummy's going to do.
Kitsune Visor just absolutely broken. Can't miss.
Oh.
Does 1 million damage. So disgustingly strong.
Yeah, it's obscene.
I don't know if any OG players out there remember when Kitsune was even faster than it was, and what happened when you would Visor in the old Kitsune rush, but it's a little more balanced now. Not very, but it's better.
I do miss the original Zen just shooting orbs out of his fists at like 1,000 miles per hour.
Oh, I do miss that. That was hilarious.
That was incredible. With the fight high ground, B is ultimately forced back. He didn't expect 3 up there, but triple dash might go down for this. Nope, T. Yeah, and Monke in the back. Oh.
Ooh.
Beelzebub gets out-ulted by Caleb somehow. I don't know who started first. Definitely like a Greedo moment. And the res goes out from Raging Dropouts despite that. And they're all back.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Jotaro here decides to mirror the Ramatra once again. Just see if he can outdo Madman here. Playing, I guess with the comp he is playing here, it is very well done. You can do, you know, Nemesis, Nana here, very, very strong. Or if we build Annihilation, Nano Annihilation, as we've seen.
Great target prioritization from the dropouts. They take T out. It's just trying to climb up the wall. And that ult zones everybody back for Madman, gives him the space he needs to get some health back. And that'll clean up as long as Madman doesn't, or Yummy doesn't kill himself with the Genji. She does not. He barely escaping. But quick look at the ult economy. It's slightly in the favor of the attacking team here. This Nemesis or Ramatra ult could make the difference.
Holding the 4 ults over the 2 ults is very big here, especially considering we have Nano Annihilation, and that just kind of wipes teams, much like Visor, Kitsune Visor.
Yeah, so now all the ults are out on both sides. Definitely a fight we expected to go in the favor of the attacking team, but hasn't quite yet. I mean, they still have the advantage, but they've got to work through Madman.
With Madman not falling there, he's going to be able to regroup with his team a little bit faster, hold these corners here, and recontest before they cap.
He's got to not get picked here. This Kiriko on the flanking could be a problem.
Sure.
Turple. The cleanse misses. The Yummy is back to pressure everybody out. Caleb has ult. He's got to do something with it. Stat. Yummy has it. Let's see when it comes out. Oh, Pete comes out of nowhere. This is ult quick. Finds triple. Jotaro's going to go down, I think. Doing his best to hang in there, but his Nemesis expires. And C4T can't do it by himself. Somebody's got to help him. T's there. But he can't stay up either. C4T doing the stealthiest thing I've ever seen. Nobody even saw it coming. Oh, he's hanging in there. They're so close. Oh, Kiriko can't quite get the TP out.
And that'll be map 1.
And that's map 1, Raging Dropouts. Very close. I would have liked to seen what happened if Kiriko got 2 inches closer and was able to TP in and contest.
Definitely have to give a big shout out there to Madman. Very, very well done on that Ramatra. And I want to also talk about C4T for a second. I believe he likes to be called Cat, so I'll stick with Cat here. I don't remember exactly, but anyways, Cat, his antis there throughout that whole match were so game changing. And you know, some were followed up on, some weren't. They were incredible though. I think his the aggressive Ana style has been very impressive. I thought it was really, really nice to watch. Very good job for both teams there. And we'll be heading into map 2 shortly, which I believe is. I'm sorry, I might be missing what map it is.
Yeah, we got map 3 set right now on stream, actually. Esperanza is the push map. There should be Route 66 between now and then.
We'll be going to Route 66 here, which is actually a home map of Monke. Monke has played on this map quite a lot. They favor it quite a bit. So I'm interested to see how these two teams will face off on a map that I believe Monke kind of calls home.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely saw the dive come out last time. They had triple swap to Monke in the middle, and it worked out really well. You can get away with Brawl in the beginning, you know, or Sniper, double Sniper, just because you have big Earls, you have all this other stuff. But that choke in the beginning is really good for Reinhardt if he can manage to hold it. But yeah, I mean, I think Monke here is going to end up being the dominant factor. You can take away those high grounds in a blink of an eye from like an Ashe or a Sojourn, and that is ultimately what will set up your success on attack.
Definitely, and I definitely also think Sigma's not a bad pick here, especially on the defensive side. Sigma's always just solid on escort, but he's even better here. Like by having big Earls as a landmark here, there's a sign for him to hide behind. He can pretty much shoot every high ground. He can actually hit the choke with his primary fire, and he has that shield that he can constantly rotate. I think like we could possibly see that coming from the side of Monke here in a moment when their member gets back, and that could be something we could see. I'm unsure though. I think we might end up seeing a more brawly style here, just because it favors both sides. Both of them really enjoy that brawl. I think we'll likely continue to see the Ramatra pick, as Ramatra is not bad on really any map. There's a few that he struggles on, but Route 66 is not one of them.
Yeah, no, I don't think. What are some maps Ramatra struggles on, out of curiosity?
So the biggest one to bring out is Circuit Royale. Circuit Royale is just a map where the only really playable tank is Sigma. Just because Sigma is a solid escort map, but also playing a double sniper, you need the Sigma to really play that, and that's what's dominant on the map because of such a huge sightline. So Ramatra's shield goes up for 4 seconds, and then once it's gone, the snipers just both look at him, and he loses all his HP. It's in theory thing. It's not that it happens every game, because obviously on ladder things change. Things are more difficult and not perfect. Even in Bro League, for example, you can play other things, but in the sense, Ramatra just struggles there because he doesn't have a lot of hard cover to sit behind when his shield goes down. And you really don't want to be just blocking when you're playing Ramatra. You want to have that punch potential. You want to be throwing out your pummels. That map in particular, but also I would argue, what's it called? Shambali Monastery. Not the best for Ramatra, even though it's his map. I don't think it favors him necessarily. I think it favors more of the Sigma playstyle. But we should get into the game here. We'll be seeing Ramatra versus actually Sigma. Madman on the Sigma here.
Okay. I mean, yeah, definitely Sigma is one that has always come to mind as really good on this map. We see T deep in the spawn finds Beelzebub. He was not expecting him to be that close. And Jotaro's just going to run him down. Now that they're down a person, he's got no reason to wait. Trying to take out the supports. TB able to get away. And now they are pretty much overextended. Let's see if they can find T or Caleb in the back here. They do find T, but Caleb finds Yummy. And Reaper looks like he'll get away, sure enough.
Rest comes out from TB here.
Yep, so they still have a massive player advantage. It's going to take a while for Sojourn to come back. Obviously one of the faster characters. Not a huge deal. Oh, Juro forced into a defensive nemesis. Just wants to hide from the Bastion. Oh, but Bastion will go down. He's purple. Nope, he does escape.
Beelzebub finding the picks here from the high ground.
Yeah, Beelzebub finding this space and creating it on his own. But does pay the price for it. I don't know if he should have dropped there. But he does get res. Caleb on the flank gets pushed back. T in a funny spot. Yep, against the turret form Bastion. No chance. But they contest this high ground. Oh! Beelzebub with a fantastic shot on Caleb. I thought that was about to go the other way. And just like that, they have the whole first section of this canyon here.
Mm-hmm. They both have what's the Ridge Dropouts here has big rolls now, and that's gonna make this recontest really, really complicated. It looks like Monke's gonna go for it, or maybe not. Nope, they're gonna go for it here. Jotaro dropping here, waiting for the
turret forms out before Jotaro drops. And TB goes down. The Bob might be enough. Nope, he finds two more. I have a hard time believing that that's going to do it.
And they capture
Bob
the
does
point
find
actually in the
two.
middle of the fight.
Madman kills Jotaro. And that is enough.
Mm-hmm. They captured actually in the middle of the fight there, Jotaro not being able to anchor and sit on the point there, while the other team, I don't know if Bob captured or not, but basically once Jotaro walked off, it was they just capped it because there was no other anchor there.
Right, yeah, that makes sense. Bob might have capped it. It's like right on the edge of the capture zone. It's hard to say.
Now moving on to the second part here. I mean, this part here always revolves around this high ground, and we'll see how Jotaro wants to take advantage of it. But Yummy is really dominant on this Bastion here, pressuring out everyone just with that config. T finding a pick on B though.
Yeah, I agree. He's doing a great job. TB in a lot of trouble here. Great movement though. Does escape. Oh, unfortunately, Caleb catches from. That is a crazy shot from Caleb. Very weird angle to find that. T finds Yummy, or C4T Cat finds Yummy. I don't know why I call him that. And Jotaro not giving any quarter. Nope, is going to back up. T does not feel the same way though. He's got blood in his eyes. Does get out though. Okay.
Man is seeing red.
Hello.
Disrupting.
Madman trying to take this space, but just getting completely got
Bastion.
down. Bastion does not find much.
T here taking the aggressive off angle, knowing that he can't really chase him in this small room
You're
here.
falling apart.
It's very difficult for him to do anything, and that disruptor shot can really separate the team.
Oh, T's really far up there now. Finds Teal Banana. The main fight going in the favor of the defense as well. But they have 4 ults out on the side of the defense that they're just holding as well. So this could be tough pushing in. Let's see, they find T. Yeah, they need to take advantage of this.
Pause.
face.
Thank you.
Technical difficulties. I mean, they have the man advantage, so they're regrouping. They've got maybe 10 seconds to find this fight here. Jotaro overextended. Finds TB, though. If Yumi can back him down.
Oh, Annihilation. Was Annihilation just pop?
She does. Caleb with a great TP. Splits the team. Madman trying to make something of it. Beelzebub on the flank. Unable to find anything. And yeah, all of a sudden the ult economy is looking a little bit better. Got Bob on the side of the attacking team. And just 2 ults and waiting for the defense. But this is a big stagger. This is definitely not what they wanted. They're forced back into spawn yet again.
It looks like we'll be seeing a swap here to the Ramatra ditto again. Having Bob, though, is such a big advantage. Well, Beelzebub does fall there to T.
It looks
but
like T's going down. Nope, Caleb drops to get or Yummy drops to get Caleb. And now he has to come back up top. Jotaro's sneaking in those punches. Oh, this could be a huge Bob. Right in everyone's face. Gets slept, gets knocked back, and just gets absolutely wrecked. But Yummy does find T in the process. Huge brawl going on in the middle. Jotaro and Triple Dash just in there. Jotaro having a lot of success shooting this Mercy out of the sky.
The Raging Dropouts here having Annihilation. Oh no, but actually both teams having Annihilation here. This makes this fight actually quite equal. Both are very good zoning ults.
Hello. Greetings.
30 seconds remaining. Disrupting.
If we protect one another, we will win this.
All right, last fight territory.
Last fight territory coming up here. We're going to be seeing the Death Blossom, Valkyrie, and Annihilation from the side of Raging, but we have Nano Annihilation on the side of Monke here.
Here we go. They find T. They gotta find one of these. Yep, Jotaro gets nanoed, and this should be it. It's gonna be hard for them to fight into it. Triple Dash goes down. They got a 2-man advantage if they can hang on, which they do. Oh, but 2 go down. Just like that, it's neutralized. No one dies to the Reaper ult. TB gets the res. C4T's dead. T comes back with ult. They've got to be able to withstand this. They got to be able to kill Jotaro. TB goes down. Madman kills Jotaro. Now they got to contest. Oh, he gets the support he needs. Shinigami's back. Let's see T. They gotta find T or Triple Dash. Caleb dies. T dies. Oh, and the whole Raging Dropouts is back. Okay. It's a good fight.
Very well done
Just
on the
gonna
side of Raging
regroup.
Dropouts. That was a very hard fight to win there with Nano Annihilation against them, but they were able to hold out there, and now they're pushing up.
So Caleb has ult, though. This is going to be the big thing. Oh, they don't have a cleanse. They don't have beat. So this could be big. All he has to do is get close to, like, 2 of them. He finds B. Man purple. Yummy's got to find something up top to make it worth. He doesn't. Oh, and despite Shinigami's best efforts, they lose the point.
Score 0-1. Switching sides.
Not that push there from Raging Dropouts. They have a lot of space. Now they need to hold very well on big girls. Try and do what Monke was unable to do and hold that first space. Very dominant on the first point, but the second point chokes here, the small tunnel and the, I don't know what we would call that, ravine, hallway, where the camera just went down. Very, very hard to get through. Very impressive, though, from the side of Raging Dropouts. And from the side of Monke for holding it.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of teams hold this area so close. Definitely something I'm going to try in the future now that I've seen it.
I guess we'll be seeing the Reinhardt actually come out here on defense. Maybe a close hold here?
Yeah, we saw this against, I want to say it was Monke last week. Actually, Monke was the team trying to hold with the Rhine against the Ram. Oh, but okay, we almost saw the Rhine v Rhine.
Almost.
Sorry, I got excited.
That would have been quite awesome for honor and for glory. Hamster?
He's just messing around. Yummy.
4,
Gonna get a quick
2, 1.
rocket.
Attackers
Oh.
incoming.
What are we
Doesn't
doing?
find anything with it. He just runs away. Smartest thing he can do for sure.
I will keep you safe.
So they're literally not even pushing point. They're just gonna take this high ground, and it's gonna work for him. Madman's low. They got no way to contest this.
It looks like, yeah, they're going to go push through tunnel here, try and get Yummy and B away from the high ground, from the spot that they want to hold. T
Oh, and
finally
Madman
turned on.
a millisecond too late. Protection. And now Madman's surrounded. He's got Jotaro behind him. He's got to find C4T here, but he gets slept. Try to take somebody out with you. No, he can't quite get the charge out. He's forced to run. The TP, like a professional.
That was a very good flank by Jotaro, pressuring both sides, making a pincer, or I guess another thing we call it is a crossfire, making it really hard for Madman to live there.
Yeah, Madman stayed in that one spot, waiting for the payload to push, and ultimately the fight just didn't come to him until it was too late. Oh, and he gets melted by the Anti and the Reaper.
Ooh, annihilation coming out from Jotaro here.
There's not really a single character that you like to see on the enemy team as Ryan. Yeah, Madman does flop.
And we've seen a swap from Moira here onto Kiriko, maybe for that cleanse, which has been so oppressive here, actually. Again, Cat here has just been really pressuring
Not so fast.
Another big flank from Jotaro and Caleb. They're doing a great job running as a crew. TB in trouble. No, has to ult. Oh, but they might find Jotaro here. No, he's back up to full. They're looking for him at the very least. Triple dash goes down to Shin. When they nanoed a normal ram. And it's enough to keep him alive. T goes down. Jotaro's so low. Does eventually go down. Caleb soon to follow. And yeah, I mean, it looks like the supports might get out here, but they're not. They are going to fall back. Everybody except Yummy, who is now surrounded and running away. Okay. Whew. I was worried for him for a second there.
Well done there by B, actually, if the camps were able to pick it up. B was looking for the Blossom there. He wasn't able to find it, but instead found a little bit of an off angle to pressure Jotaro out.
I would like to see B do something with it here now. And it comes out. Does get a lot of damage on Jotaro. If they can follow up and finish him. Oh, they're unable. Caleb goes down.
Jotaro ends up
So does Jotaro finally. T gets Teal Banana. Shin has to hide. She's purple. But it looks like this fight is in the favor of the defense. Shin with an aggressive dash. No cooldown on the Moira. But uses it to find T. So it's worth it. Somebody's on point. That was Cat on point. Yep. No chance. And yeah, that's another big stagger. The team is ready to go in again. They're on a dice.
Greetings.
Triple Dash taking some pot shots, gets pressured back, but it's really easy to live in that corner there. Oh, but the Moira orb finds her. That's so unfortunate for Triple Dash. He follows too.
And we see Monke here having the same issue Raging had on defense here, trying to get through these small chokes, trying to not get picked before contesting the color. It's a bit of a challenge here.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there is, like, they could move to, for example, the right flank. B goes down right away. That could be the pick they need. Oh, but this is going to be two major ults come out. And yeah, the whole team follows.
But now Raging Dropouts has to be a little more careful because we're going to be seeing Nano Annihilation coming out, and as I've been saying throughout this entire night so far, Nano Annihilation just kind of destroys. It is really hard to live against. It has happened so far already once. We've seen Raging live against it before, but again, it is super oppressive, and T has that overclock. Overclock just really oppressive as well.
Yeah, they have to find something here.
Batman fought
TV's
really
trying to
low.
make it happen. Yummy coming out. Finds Caleb. Oh, but here we go. I don't think the nano didn't come out. Looks like they didn't need it. Maybe they... Now here it is. They should find Shin with this. Nope, TV's there.
Just from Nacho though, just Jojo picking up Shinigami before he checks out.
Oh, Caleb's in there. Goes down. Oh, TV might get... No, TV barely managing to stay alive. Incredible movement. It's a nice little dodge right after the res of the rockets that were coming her way.
It looks like here,
Yeah.
Raging Dropouts have the complete ult economy advantage. With only 40 seconds on the clock here, Monkey's gonna really have to make this Blossom count.
Yeah, and so does Beelzebub. Oh, he goes in. They see it coming. They cleanse it. They get out. T overextended if B can find him. He is he is in their faces. Oh, Madman needs to ult right now. And there it goes. Caleb goes down. Triple goes down. C4T's going to try to run away, I think, but there's not really enough time. Yeah, no, he stays in the fight. And it's up to T to try to get over to the payload.
I wonder if he'll be able to
He's
touch
hauling.
it.
Oh,
Unable to.
Raging Dropouts. Is that the game?
That is the game. That will be the game tonight.
Raging Dropouts pulling off a masterful success. We saw, I mean, what I would call a flawless performance across the board. I can't really point out a single moment where any of them did something I noticed wrong, like extremely wrong. And, I mean, you've seen the results of their hard work, their dedication, their training. Jotaro pulled out no stops. Team Monkey, I mean, you can tell they went as hard as they could.
Definitely.
But ultimately, props to the winners and to the losers. Well fought by both sides. We are going to try to get somebody in here for the interview. Who do we think we want to interview, Kaya?
It's going to be between two of the people that I thought a lot of them did extremely well tonight. I had 3 people already in mind. No, obviously we can't interview 3 people. Just would not be feasible. B, Madman, and I'm losing the team roster at the moment.
Shinigami, Teal Banana, Yummy.
And Yummy, right? Like, so the DPS in the tank they did really well. The sports did amazing. Don't get me wrong, but obviously we want to talk about the big plays here. So I think we want to pull in Madman, have a talk with him, the Ramatra player himself, and see how he's been working with his team and his and just talking about it.
All right, we're gonna take a little maybe watch the commercial again, EDAC, whatever you want to do in the interim while we pull in Madman and get everything set up.
Alrighty.
Welcome back. We have in the booth Madman. Welcome.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Strong showing from the dropouts. Like I said at the beginning of the match, you guys have clearly gotten better and better every week, and it's become a real joy to watch the 5 of you perform out there and see what kind of changes you've made, what kind of improvements you've made, and everything else.
Appreciate it.
Okay, why don't you start the line of questioning?
I'm put under the spotlight here. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I do have a few questions here. First, I just want to congratulate you, Madman, on tonight's win. I expected a very close match, and it was a very close match. However, I felt that your Ramatra play was extremely dominant. I mean, I've been watching Ramatra grow from, a good Ramatra to now I feel it's a great Ramatra. You know what I mean? Very well usage of your Nemesis. Why don't you bring us through the process of what you've been doing to improve your Ramatra, how you've been using it to pull your team together. I believe you are the IGL of your team, so why don't you let us know how it's been being that key player in your team comp.
Basically, just trying to keep myself from like panic using util and have my team to help keep me grounded if I start to slip away. So like if calls start lacking or something, they let me know. They feed me new ideas if I start to run out, everything like that. And then as far as just the Ramacha gameplay, it's just playing them more, getting comfortable with it. Just the more you play something, the more you start to figure out different minute things you can work on and improve. And then a lot of it is just like cooldown cycling and knowing when to trust my team and not use a certain ability, save it for later or something like that. And then just general game reads.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel that your team have improved like leagues from your start. You guys are now playing really close together. You guys are contesting here. I believe you guys are tied for first now, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
I was told this was second, but I'm
might
not
be
sure.
second. I don't have
You
the
have
scoreboard in front of me.
3 wins now.
Yes, 3.
Then
3
yes,
and 1
it's a 3-way tie for first right now between Thunder Squad, Cosmic Crusaders, and Raging Dropouts.
Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna ask how it feels to have gone from a pretty tough game 1, right, to now being in a 3-way tie for first place. How does that feel coming up this way?
Feels great, and that just shows you the difference between having a coach and not having a coach. It's a lot you can do when you have outsider info from someone who knows what they're doing.
For sure. As a coach myself, I feel having that person to be able to talk to, send VODs to, work with, right? It's always going to be helpful when it comes to players' personal growth. Speaking of which, here, there were a lot of players. I felt your performance here was extremely dominant tonight, but your team, it was really hard to pick an interviewee tonight to talk to. I want to talk a little bit about your team here. What has your team been doing to continually improve? Because I mean, Yummy's play has been phenomenal. He has been really using his configs at the right time, pressuring people out, making those big plays. And not only that, Beelzebub has been very, very strong on that Ash and on that Reaper. Tell me, how has that been working together as a team? How have you guys been growing?
It's great. The whole purpose I even drafted the team I drafted is if you guys were here around last season, TB, Teal Banana, and B were actually my teammates before. So keeping that core together helps a lot chemistry wise and being comfortable knowing who plays what, and then just bringing in 2 people who are willing to learn and adapt.
Well,
Yep.
I believe that's all the questions from me, or well, all the comments from me. I will say congratulations before I pass off questions to Toast here.
Thank you.
So I do have to get up early tomorrow, so I'm going to keep this short again, as I did with the last game. I just have one question for you, Madman.
Go for
Anything
it.
you want to say to the fans of Raging Dropouts in the chat?
The usual. Appreciate the support. Thank you for watching. And yeah, we're gunning for first place next week. So
All right. So with that in mind, this wraps up week 4 of the Bro League. We will be back at some point this week. No one has scheduled their games yet, so keep an eye on the Bro League calendar. If you're not in the Discord, !join gives you the link, and you can get in there and stay up to date on everything. But with that said, enjoy your night. We'll see you next time. Assuming EDAC's around to close the screen.